Ever tried to hang a heavy ceiling fan in an old house and realized the existing electrical box is basically held up by hopes and dreams? It is a nightmare. That is where this RACO retro brace comes in. It is one of those pieces of hardware that looks incredibly simple, almost boring, but once you actually get it between your joists, you realize why it is a staple for anyone doing renovations. The whole point here is that you do not need to tear up your ceiling to get a secure mount. You just slide the brace through the hole, expand it, and lock it into place. It is surprisingly satisfying how it just grips the wood. What stands out is that you do not need a toolbox full of specialized gear to get this thing set up. The way it expands from 16 to 24 inches means it is going to fit most standard joist spacings without any fuss. Now here is the thing about these old work boxes. They can feel a bit flimsy if you buy the cheap stuff, but this one feels solid. It is rated for fans up to 70 pounds, which is plenty for almost any residential model you would pick up today. If you are just hanging a light fixture, you get even more headroom with a rating up to 110 pounds. It feels heavy in the hand, and the metal has that reassuring, industrial weight to it. The installation process is actually pretty clever. The ground screw is positioned right up front, so you are not fumbling around in the dark trying to find a connection point once the box is buried in the ceiling. The mounting feet are designed to bite into the joists, which gives you that extra peace of mind that the fan is not going to wobble or, heaven forbid, come crashing down. Honestly, the only real gripe is that if you have extremely tight or uneven joists, you might have to do a little bit of wiggling to get the brace perfectly level. It is not a deal breaker, but it is worth keeping in mind if your house was built back when builders were a bit more creative with their measurements. It is also worth noting that while it is great for restorations, it is strictly for those old work scenarios where you are working through a hole in the drywall. If you are doing new construction, there are definitely easier ways to go about it. But for that specific headache of upgrading a light to a fan in a finished room, this is pretty much the gold standard. It is reliable, it is built to code, and it saves you from having to patch up half your ceiling just to get a bit of airflow. If you are tired of worrying about whether your ceiling can handle the weight of a new fixture, this is the kind of hardware that lets you sleep a little easier at night. It is just a solid, no-nonsense solution that does exactly what it says on the box.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.